is a short lesson from my book Improvising with Motives. Improvising with Motives is a book about using motivic development techniques as the basis for practicing improvisation. If you want to know more about this, check out the link in the description below. One important technique in motivic development is sequencing. Sequencing means taking a motive like this. This motive is starting on this note, going 2 notes down the scale and 1 back up again. If I move that to the next note in the scale, get that. Or the next note, or the next note, and so on. Creative sequencing is an exercise where you take each sequence of the motive and try to come up with an interesting phrase using that motive. The goal of this exercise is to improve your ability to move a motive around and create interesting phrases no matter what point in the scale you are starting. You can use any motivic development techniques like repeating notes, deleting notes, changing the rhythm, displacement, approach note patterns, and so on. Let's take a look at the solo in the opening of this video and what kind of techniques I've used there. When using the creative sequencing exercise, you have to find a motive and a context to play over. I've just shown you the motive, and the context is just a simple blues in A. So the first motive in the opening is just the regular motive without any alterations. When I sequence the motive to the next note of the scale, I use rhythmic displacement to move the motive to the end of 4 of the next bar. I also repeat the 4th note of the motive, and I add an extra note in the ending to complete the phrase. Then, when I sequence the motive to the next place, I use lots of repetitions on the first note with 8-note triplets. And then I add a simple phrase at the end. On the next sequence of the motive, I use an approach note pattern, a double diatonic approach from below. That means taking 2 notes below from the scale before I play the motive. Then I add a couple of extra notes. On the next sequence, I use 8-note triplets, so rhythmic variations, and I repeat the first note. And then I repeat both the first and last note of the motive. The last note is repeated 3 times. Then on the final sequence, I repeat the 3rd note and I add a little bend as well.